Hi, hey, first Speedpaint video, but with actual voiceover. If it's your first time here, hi, I'm Kazaya, but I'm mostly known as Sinna on the internet. You can call me either one, it's up to you. And I bring you here a Speedpaint. Okay, heads up though, there will be a few jumps where drawings look as is, then cut to having details that were there, that were not there before the cut. And that's because I was streaming this drawing and I got the footage from the VODs instead of recording it. But I'll hit record next time. I hope I can remember to do that. Also, sorry for all the background noises. I do not have a soundproof whatever setup for voice recording, so you're going to hear a lot of things. Okay. In an attempt to at least post something on my YouTube channel, I thought a good start is a speed paint about my OC, Selene Aurrora. I have written about so many characters back then. The notes I have of these characters date back to like 2018, and I have so many. Help. Now that I have improved my skills of drawing, I thought it would be really nice to stop neglecting my poor characters and finally draw them. I want to talk about her character because when I was streaming this drawing, I could not keep up the topic because I tend to get really focused on drawing, jump to another topic, forget where I left off, or just stay completely silent because I'm too focused on drawing. I also don't want to go into too much details about her story as I plan to make an animated series that has her as one of the most important characters. So here we go. I'm going to talk about her story, about her as a person, and about the speed paint. Now, here we go. Selene Aurrora rules over the Aurora Kingdom as their queen alongside her twin brother Helios Aurora, who is their king. They both have ruled the kingdom for hundreds of years, seeing how their people and kingdom has changed over their reign. Her duties are what you expect of those in a kingdom. She helps her brother rule as she takes on all of the work involving environmental affairs, and she solves any trouble the common folk have. She and her brother would often split the paperwork and help each other when one struggles with document. But her queenly duties aren't really the only things she attends to. In fact, she helps the Great Guardian and the Pillars in their training. Whether it be combat or use of her powers, Her Majesty is skilled with the war fans, fighting with strength and grace. She isn't commonly seen in the battlefield, unlike her brother, but one must not underestimate her skill. Despite her humble, ladylike image, she is in fact a powerful being. Although Selene and Helios share the same powers, hers is more powerful than his when the moon begins to rise, hence her title as Queen of the Moon. And that's what you need to know about Selene. I'd love to tell you more about her personality, her backstory with her and her brother, and just the overall importance that not just the twins have, but also their role in the story, not just the generic king and queen guiding the heroes in their journey. They have a much bigger impact on the universe they're in. As much as I would love to go deep, that would be major spoilers for my story, so sadly you guys gotta wait for that till it happens. Now for the speed paint and design, let's talk about that. For the concept of this illustration, I wanted to be a frame painting with the typical queen pose because I thought that would be a very fitting introduction as this is the second time I drew her. Yes, second. I'll put the image of the old drawing somewhere in the screen for you to see. This piece was drawn back in August of 2019, and that was the time when I started doing digital art more. I actually don't remember if this is one of like the first drawings, but you can tell I was very early because I had no idea how to color back then. You can tell that literally it was a big improvement from comparing it to the current one I have right now. Alright, the design. As her title as Queen of the Moon, I wanted her to have a darker color palette. I went with darker shades of blue as to me, that indicates her representation of the night. In the first drawing, I really liked the concept of her sleeves, but it felt a little too village style for my tastes, with the whole shirt coupled with what I assume was like a leather wrapped around, and then the rest are just baggy sleeves. That spoke to me as like a village girl vibe instead of a queen. But that could be me. I don't know what your interpretations are. So I replaced these sleeves with a much lighter color for contrast to all the darker colors. This was supposed to be see-through fabric, but I remembered that as I was finishing the line art, so I was like, you take some, you lose some, you know? Her dress did change a lot too. In the original drawing, I didn't quite understood what I wanted in the front, as my focus was the side view. In the concepts, I'll put the footage right now. I don't know if I really don't know how to organize these things, so I'll just slip the speed paint of the design process of her dress right in between as I'm talking about this. Uh, in the concepts, the first one was like the final one, but instead of the slip-on sleeves, she has those sleeves that rest on your arms. These ones, I'll show an image. The dress itself was a blackish blue with a midnight blue gradient that had little white specks that make the whole dress have a night sky with stars. That was the first concept. The second dress had a higher cut, but the baggy slip-on sleeves that were see-through. I also added a black ribbon belt so the dress can have a little more accent, because I want her design to contrast her brother's, as his color palette is the exact opposite. The final one that served as the final dress that I designed, that served as the final one, was a mix of the first dress and the second one. So, the dress itself from the first image and the slip-on sleeves from the second dress. Instead of a black accent, since her colors were already dark, I added white patterns to the dress and a white ribbon belt. The crown was also an interesting concept to come up with. I didn't want it to be too eye-catching, but then again, I didn't want it to be too simple that you wouldn't notice it at first glance. The original one was a typical simple gold crown, the ring rim, no fancy wires around it. It was simple and it did in fact stand out, but this crown, I wanted to add in the concept of the twin siblings ruling the kingdom as king and queen instead of the husband and wife being king and queen. I made the centerpiece a circle. I made the centerpiece as a circle split in half, with one half having a higher placement than the other. And instead of gold, I went with half black, half white. Celine's crown has the black half higher as her standing with the night, while her brother's crown is flipped as the white half is higher than the black, as he's standing with day. Another detail that I legit forgot to add in was that she was supposed to have a diamond placement on her chest. When I look at my notes for her that I haven't read in a long time, drawing this, I wrote that she had a diamond on her chest, and I was just like, damn, I already finished the drawing. So I just, took the L and told myself I would remember to add that detail the next time I drew her. And that's that. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. It would mean so much to me, especially starting out. If you guys are interested, please follow my other social media. I have down in the description, such as my Instagram, where I post all my artworks, my Twitter, where I do polls of what I should draw for next stream. I also post my cat pictures there, some whips maybe, and random drawing posts that I don't want to put on my Instagram. If you want to see me draw in real time and vibe, fair warning, I can get silent at times because I'm drawing. Follow my Twitch, Sinana Arts. Yes, it's Sinana, not Sina, because someone took the name Sina already. The footage from the video is from Twitch. And lastly, if you want to support me or give me a tiny donation, check out my Ko-fi page. I have commissions up currently, so you can order one from me there. You can see my artworks there too. I post more comfortably on Ko-fi rather than Instagram. And yeah, I hope I can do more of these in the future. My voice is staggering. I hope I can do more of these in the future with additional stuff that I plan to do, like animatics and story times, or just a full-blown animation. But I think this is a really nice start. Thank you all so much for watching this speed paint. I'll see you guys in the next video. The next one, I hope you guys will enjoy too. Take care, everyone. Bye!